I'm James.
And I'm Kyle.
And these are our two Dobermans, Rip and Beth.
We sold everything and bought a cell phone.
And we're taking these crazy dogs with us on an epic adventure to sail around the world.
So follow us while we do sailing, exploring, and living a tropical dream.
Welcome to Dobies on Deck. Welcome back to Dobies on Deck. Yes, we're still here in Port St. Joe, Florida. Here comes part 2. Well, we were going to try to make it through a few episodes. Without working on the boat. Nope. So, what are we doing today? Well, last week when we pulled into Port St. Joe, the anchor windlass. It's hot in here. The anchor windlass tripped a breaker on the boat. So we started diagnosing it, and one of the things that we discovered was that the alternator that is in here is not working. It's no working. So ordered a replacement alternator. It's right there, and so that's what I'm doing now, is replacing the alternator. So if it tops off the batteries without the generator running, that would be great. We'll see. Okay, new alternator is in. Connected up to the battery. Now this here is a readout of how many volts we have on the boat. Now that should go up to 12.3 if the batteries are charging off of the alternator. The alternator puts out, I think, 13 volts and 35 amps. Of course, holding steady is not a bad thing either. She's a-working. She's a-working. Charged it, ran the windlass. The windlass did not trip any breakers. That little wire and that little machine right there. Well, that is good news. This is a faulty alternator. So we replaced the other one, brand new. It's powering the boat, charging the batteries, but I gotta find a place to keep this guy, because I know somebody will be thinking, why would you keep a busted alternator? Well, if something happens and that pulley breaks or anything like that, you have to have the belt turning, otherwise the boat should not working. So we have to have that pulley. So if for no other reason, even if it doesn't generate electricity, I'm gonna keep that dude just in case. You never fucking know.
All right, what's up, everybody? This is our first hosting on the boat that we've had. Hosting, yes. And we met some really cool people here in Port St. Joe at the bar and all that.
The Haughty Heron.
The Haughty Heron, yes. They're really cool, and we're excited to take them out here on the boat for a sunset cruise. Jeff
and Stacy brought steaks.
Jeff and Stacy, they brought steaks. They're going to cook and watch sunset, and but yeah, we'll have y'all meet everybody. Hey, so we're doing a video. Y'all want to say anything on Dobies on Deck?
Hi,
so this is Stacy, Matt, and
Tiffany. Hi, everyone. We're in the bay.
So it's a pretty cool little spot out here, and then we have Jeff getting the steaks ready. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nice evening out here. So we're excited. We had some fun, had some drinks, eat some steaks, and have a good old time. So here's the steaks that we're cooking. Yep.
Tongs.
Oh,
Tongs. I'll save my Speedo for September.
All right, going in the drink to check the boat.
1, 2, 3, jump!
It's colder than I thought. Oh shit.
I think so. James, I was gonna warm up your towel.
All right, somebody else has to go. I think Kyle should. No, y'all ain't fucking going. Get back.
I ain't going. Are we going in water now? You're loving.
I'm good. I'm good. It's wet. It's better now that I'm out of the water.
Your husband did. Sorry.
It's better now that I'm out of the
If I
water.
knew you went in, I'd put your in the dryer.
Babies, no, y'all can't go. After I got out of the water and got dried off, the steaks were ready to go and we had a great dinner. Then we went back and watched a beautiful sunset. The sunsets here in Port St. Joe never disappoint. And of course, after the sunset, we had to go back to the Haughty Heron and meet up with some friends. We're going everybody at the bar. Everybody at the bar. Where the hell did Kyle go? Oh, he must have gone to pee. After a long night of hanging out with some friends, having some drinks and some laughs, we went back to the boat and everybody was tuckered out. So we laid down, had a little nap, and went to bed, got up the next day to go enjoy a little music festival that was happening in the main street. And then after that, we went out to a place called the Italian Kitchen. This place is awesome. We've eaten here a couple of times since we've been here. This is a local Italian place with excellent food, and even though you go in and there's white linen tablecloths everywhere, even though it looks fancy, it's actually very casual. The food is fantastic. We've never had a bad dish from here, and Chef Ann is amazing. We highly recommend you stop by the Italian Kitchen, or if you're over at the Haughty Heron or someplace else, they actually deliver, so give them a try. The next day, we decided to accept an invitation to go hang out with some folks at the Point. That is across the bay, and on the north side, it's the way in and out of the bay. And so we loaded up the boat. Kyle's parents were able to join us. They brought Daisy, and we just took a family trip over and hung out on the beach. But on the way over, Kyle's dad's hat blew off into the water. He said he didn't really care about the hat, but I thought it would be a great opportunity to test our skills at turning around and getting something out of the water, like maybe a dog. So Kyle got a push pole, we turned the boat around, found that hat in the middle of the bay, and managed to fish it out successfully. After all of the hat retrieval drama was over with, we managed to get to the island, got anchored up, and then got the dinghy down and took the dogs to the beach, where we met up with some friends and just enjoyed the day. It was a beautiful day out there, and we really had a great time. We can't say enough how much we appreciate the invitation. So we're out here at the Point at Port St. Joe. I'll put a little map right here so you can see where we're at. But we decided to come out here. We got invited actually yesterday. We got invited to come enjoy a Flotilla beach situation. So boats out there. Kyle's right there. And these are some of the friends we met at Port St. Joe. So it's a good day. Sunny. Not a cloud in the sky. It was a little cloudy earlier, but it's better now. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. We'll go get back on the boat here in a little bit. It's about 2 in the afternoon. We'll go back on the boat, go back to the marina. It's about 45 minutes away. Get us some dinner. Be a good day. This is what we've been waiting for. All of this. This is what makes all the bullshit worth it. What you doing down there, babe?
Cleaning up stuff.
Got us another little minor leak from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a fitting or something. So apparently we had some diesel that had set down in there for a bit, and heard the bilge pump go off last night. Hearing a bilge pump go on in the middle of the night is never a good sign. but in this case it was actually the pump itself that was causing it to come on. It had that small little leak, and the bilge pump also has a leak, so as it's spitting the water back out into the ocean, it was spraying some of it back in on itself. So fix that. And what we also found out was the anchor windlass problem. So here in this hallway we have our panels. We've been here before, we talked about that. We talked about these. The problem was never the generator. So we have these two boxes here. And these boxes are what do the DC distribution, battery charging, AC conversion, all of that. So these boxes are magic. When Lindsay was on the boat, he added this for us, which means that we can power from DC to an AC inverter, and then out there, which powers the TV and my laptop and all of that. So apparently what's been going on is that's just a little bit too much. Having that inverter powered up at the same time with everything else, and then hitting the windlass to drop the anchor, especially to pull the anchor up, because there's a little more strain on it when it's pulling than pushing. But having all of that on there at once was apparently just a little too much. So turn that off, drop the anchor 5 or 6 times just now. Works like a champ. Every day we learn something about the boat. We're still cleaning down here. But the good news is that everything down there is dry, except for there's a little nook down there about yay tall. And it's a nook where you put your bilge pump. And so it was pretty much dry. It was just not comforting to hear that kick on in the middle of the night. So yeah, we are getting stuff done. And I believe we're going to be on the road, so to speak, by Wednesday of next week. We already paid through the end of the month here, so we're not in any giant rush to leave. It's a cool little town. The marina's not expensive. They got great service. They got great people. And the water and electricity, of course, is included. It's nice being where water and electricity are. So as soon as our month is up, we're hitting the road. Clean. It's getting there. I'm gonna be sad to see this place in our rear view mirror, but we have got to press on. Boat is nice and clean. And we have a surprise, because tomorrow something comes in the mail that we're going to be putting on the boat. The popo's over there. What? Oh yeah, they do. So we're going into town Sunday. It's a little bit cloudy, but it looks like the sun's going to try to come out. And y'all got to see this massive freaking boat that came in.
Massive freaking, really.
Massive freaking boat.
And he makes fun of whales.
Well, I almost said fucking, but I'm sure in this video there'll probably be a few more F-bombs. But things have been actually pretty good. Knock on wood. But check this big ass boat out. Look at that big old sumbitch there. They said they lease it out to families and for big vacations, and also for expedition stuff like what did he say? Scientific research, and they go out into the Gulf and drop stuff in the water and take samples, do whatever. Cool boat. It's a cool ass boat right there. So anyways, we're gonna go grab some lunch. We're leaving on
Day.
We're leaving on Wednesday.
Maybe.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure we are. No, everybody that we met here don't want us to leave. They want us to move in.
Yeah, they want us to buy a house here. So
It's a cool place. Great people.
we might have looked at some property, but
It's time to get
we got
south.
to get moving. So we got one more package coming on Tuesday. That's our last package. That's our last thing that we got from Amazon that's going to be showing up. So then we're headed out. In the meantime, we're going to have a good time here with our new friends, who you've probably seen in the last video and see in the next one. But probably windy now, so we're going to shut this down.
So, oh, never mind. Never mind.
And again, predictably, here we are at the Haughty Heron. I know it kind of seems like we are always at this place, but it's really close to the boat and the marina, and we can't say enough how much we've enjoyed meeting all of these people at the Haughty Heron and around Port St. Joe. It's just a wonderful town with wonderful people. You have got to come and visit this place. All right, so we are doing something new today. The last time that we washed this boat on the outside was never. We've never washed it. So I went ahead and did a little test scrub on the front, and I can already see a huge difference in the way it was versus the way, versus clean. So we've got another little thing we're going to do before we set off and leave out of Port St. Joe on Wednesday. But in order to do that, we have to make sure the boat is clean on the outside. So I'm going to spend the day washing the boat. That was basically just like washing a car, except one complaint that I've got is the soap that I used. We made sure to get the ocean friendly, won't hurt the dolphins soap for washing boats. It doesn't really work. It doesn't wash worth a damn, but I mean, hey, it's better than nothing. So rinse it all off real good. And you can see the water there. No soap, no suds, no none of that shit. Just clean ocean water as we use the right stuff. So maybe when we get it hauled out in a few months, definitely when we get it hauled out in a few months, we're going to do good cleaning, bottom paint, and definitely some washing and some waxing. Maybe even redo the gel coat. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Y'all want to see something cool?
We have a logo.
The boat has a logo.
It's official.
It is official. She's been christened Second Wind, Dobies on deck. Join us next time as we say goodbye to all the wonderful people that we've met here who decided to get together and throw us a last-minute going-away party.
We're all about this shot because this is our going away party.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. Every subscriber and every watch counts, and we really appreciate everyone. We want to say thank you to all of our patrons. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to do this life, and we really look forward to seeing you all next time. Thanks for watching.